Good day, everybody. This, of course, a photo of the great broadcaster Vin Scully. You see the headline. 9 days ago, he died at the age of 94, and certainly not much I can tell that we don't already know. Like you see in the headline, Dodger broadcaster for 67 years, did 3 perfect games, just as good as it got in terms of announcing, and I myself was doing a Denver NABA National Adult Baseball Association All-Star Game when I got the news last Tuesday night, 9 days ago, and hit me hard, though he was 94, like my good friend Bill Rogan would say. It was a good run. And I unfortunately didn't get to hear Vin a ton when I was a kid. He used to do the NBC Game of the Week, but NBC lost that package and when I was only 5 years old. So I didn't get to hear him a ton, though I always respected him, listening to him in highlights and such, but it wasn't until the mid-2000s when I got the MLB Extra Innings package that I got to hear Vin a lot more often, and I'm glad I did. I mean, not just being a baseball junkie, but getting to hear Vin most nights doing Dodger games was certainly a privilege. Even in his 70s and 80s, he was still as good as it got. And I'll give you my two of my favorite calls or moments listening to Scully, and both of these happened when he was late in his career and in his 80s, but still amazing at the job. Back in 2013, when the Cuban rookie Yasiel Puig was tearing it up early on, I think this was his 4th game, and he hit a grand slam, his first career grand slam, and Scully calls it, "There's a fly ball to deep right field. I don't believe it, a grand slam home run." And that call by itself was excellent. But then after that, for the next minute and a half, he went completely silent, Scully did. Let the crowd cheer, let Puig take his curtain call. Just let the scene speak for itself, and certainly not every announcer would do that. Vin sure did. And said something to the effect of, some moments, the best way to sum it up is to be speechless, to be silent. And he summed that up perfectly, to put it mildly, Scully did. And then I think it was in 2014, White Sox were playing the Dodgers in a rematch, if you will, of the 1959 World Series. And Scully brought up a story about the legendary singer Nat King Cole, who performed at a Chicago nightclub after Game 1 of that 59 World Series and invited Scully to be there. And to the amazement of Vin and everybody in attendance, Nat King Cole couldn't sing a lick. He had no voice, completely hoarse. And Vin asked Nat about that, why Nat had no voice. And Nat admitted he was in the stands for Game 1 of the World Series and did a lot of hollering, yelling, watching his Dodgers, and just threw away one of the best voices ever in doing so. And Nat must have been a big fan, because that particular day, Game 1 of the World Series, the Dodgers lost to the White Sox 11-0. And in hearing that story, that was a reminder to me why I don't yell or shout that often anymore. I used to do that when I was a kid. I screamed myself hoarse a few times, but I haven't done that in a long time. And Scully's story about the great Nat King Cole losing his voice by yelling and screaming is a big part of why I don't do that very often. So this is the best I can do to honor Vin Scully. I've posted social media messages about it. And now this YouTube video about Vin Scully, gone, but he'll never be forgotten. And that old saying, often imitated, never duplicated. certainly applies to Vin Scully. I thank you for watching and for listening along. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll talk to you down the road. For now, good day, everyone.